Hi everyone, Maryann here, Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. Thank you all for those who were very positively commenting on my last reading regarding light beings and, dare I say, crop circles. I had to take crop circles out of the headline because I was just attracting too much politicisation of the subject. I don't think people stayed on to hear the rest of the reading. But anyway, my loyal subscribers, yes, you saw the reading in its entirety and were really, really positive and grateful for the reading or for the time that I took to do it. So thank you. Also for those people that sent me donations after that reading. I was both surprised and grateful for those. So thank you. Now we're on to some global current affairs and a little bit of political tarot now. I don't know if you remember, people who follow me would remember that I saw North Korea manufacturing, actually. I know that the deal is that they're going to maybe provide some weaponry to Russia, but I actually saw some armaments, particularly bullet manufacturing, going on in North Korea, and I'm not sure that hasn't already been the case before Kim Jong-un took his, I think it was a train to meet Putin in Russia. So now there's a deal, there's an alliance for North Korea to provide what is really leftover weaponry from the old Soviet days to Putin to use in Ukraine. I want to see if that alliance will actually benefit Russia and will it embolden North Korea in benefit Russia's war invasion of Ukraine, and whether it will embolden North Korea. North Korea is, for the, both China and North Korea being quite provocative toward Japan and Taiwan, as you know, and of course South Korea. So we'll have a look at North Korea and Russia, that kind of axis of authoritarianism. It really is. That's what it is, authoritarianism, and with the potential already to destabilize our global world. I also want to look at why did Elon Musk, the now owner of the former Twitter, now known as X, why did Musk disable Ukraine's drones as they were en route to hit or to attack the Russian Navy? He says it's because he didn't want a product that he provides for supposedly peaceful means, to be used in potentially starting a World War III. How would he even know that would be what would culminate? How did he even know the drones would be successful? He put himself into the position of deciding the fate of an attack, which really involves the whole of the world. This wasn't a government with the government's expertise. They're, what do they call them? Hawks, Russian hawks, those that have the knowledge to go in and really know what's going on the ground there. No, he stepped aside and put himself in the middle of all of that. They're now saying, of course, that he is aligned in some way to Putin. That's what his critics are saying. He's already admitted that he phoned or was in contact with Vladimir Putin. I think that was something that he denied originally. So let's take a look. Why did he disable the drones? Now, as you know, I don't know, it's not even political theatre anymore in the US. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's terrible. It's hypocrisy. It's violent. It's the most lowest of the low in politics. It's divisive. I'm talking about the GOP, the House Republicans' attempts to hold an inquiry to impeach Biden, and whether or not Trump is behind that. Of course, it's come out that he's been urging them to do it. Yeah, of course he has. Of course he has. I mean, I'll pull a card on that, but he's very vengeful. He's a vindictive despot. That's how I like to describe Trump. Go, if you don't know what despot means, go and look it up. And then you know what vindictive, vengeful, revenge. Go and have a look at that. I mean, I would go as far, I don't know, should I ask this question, but did they intend to kill not only Pence but Pelosi? So Grassley could come in. Because as you know, on January the 6th, if Pence was out of the equation, it would then fall to Pelosi. The militia were searching for Pelosi. Grassley said he would be certifying those votes. So, you know, the mind boggles, doesn't it? Is the ex-president, multiple indicted criminal defendant Trump capable of plotting a murder? And poor Hunter Biden. Anybody would think that he was in league with the Saudis, oversaw or was involved in the relationship when an American journalist, Khashoggi, got dismembered, cut up in the Saudi embassy, and walked away with $2 billion after his time in the White House. Anybody would think I was talking about Hunter Biden, the way that people are going out at him. But no, that was Jared Kushner. Hunter Biden has been charged with a felony that a law professor says he's never seen anyone in his 21 years of prosecution charged with, and that's applying for a gun licence while he was using drugs. So he's been indicted on that, and also a couple of times when he forgot to put in his tax returns. Anyway, let's get on with the reading. Let's first of all go to North Korea and Russia. Let's get started there. Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin. Oh, yes. I got the two of, a fairly graphic two of cups alliance there. It's like a marriage made in heaven. That's what I want to say. They've definitely done the deal. They're bound to each other. So there's no idea that one will pull away from the other. No, this is a contract and a commitment there. North Korea and Russia alliance. Okay, so what exactly have they undertaken to do? I know it's to give back some of that Soviet-era weaponry that they have, but what else is at it? Wouldn't surprise me if there are missiles in this, because I'm seeing rocket launchers and missiles. Okay, so I'm seeing that I'm seeing the bow and arrows. So some of their equipment won't be up to standard. Oh, we've got the Ten of Swords, complete and utter ending there, the ending of an era. Let's hope it's the authoritarian era. Let's have a look. Will the North Korea and Russia alliance, will that help Russia in Ukraine? Will that help Russia in Ukraine? I keep getting really rudimentary equipment. Like I'm now seeing the horse and cart. So we've got the Emperor card, Putin, the president, Kim Jong-un, the president, both authoritarian control. They have that control there. And I get the Devil card. Wow. Sometimes these cards speak in a language, not sometimes, they often, very often, speak in a language we can all understand. The devil is greed, it's toxic, it's addicted to power is what I want to say. They're the two signifier cards. The Eight of Swords at the foundation of the reading, they're restricted, they've got their hands tied. They're also paranoid. So both are now pariah states, if you like, from the rest of the world, and that makes them quite dangerous when you see this spread. Let's take a look at what is in the past. Logic and a plan has gone out of the window. I don't feel that's their energy anymore. I feel that it's this energy. So we get in crowning the reading is a new start, the Fool card, new start. In some way there's a new start here because Russia indeed is at the crossroads Putin has to make a decision about how he's going to sustain this invasion of Ukraine. The Knight of Pentacles, he's looking for reliable supply and Kim Jong-un is providing that. Let's see what the environment around the world card. Yeah, okay. So it is definitely, as I said, two pariah states, authoritarian leaders. They do want this control. Hoping for victory. What is good for Russia will be good for North Korea. So there would be promises from Russia to North Korea, and I'm getting to supply resources there as well. There's a supply of something going to yes, and also to keep Kim Jong-un in power. Okay, so we get justice is the outcome here, which is an interesting karmic card. It goes deeper than just this question. Now we get financial loss, being locked out. So really this is like, and you know, China verges on this as well. We get being locked out from the rest of the world because of their actions. We get the Eight of Pentacles, skill, money, a money flow. So Putin has been promised, I think it's also manufacture. Oh, look at this, betrayal and loss. And Kim Jong-un has been promised, I think, money, circles of support. Yeah, again, it keeps pointing to something coming to fruition in time. What is coming to fruition in time? Yeah, it's just isolation. It keeps, and we get death. Okay, so ending of something, not keeping, withholding, you know, the deal might go south, if you like. Disappointment. Why? Because they aren't as strong as what they think. Now we get movement here. I mean, I'm wondering if North Korea would put boots into Russia. Ultimately, it could be that. Maybe that's a question I should ask. Will North Korea put boots on the ground in Russia? Yes or no? Will North Korea put boots? Queen of Cups, something in that deal that we're not seeing. We get guardrails and boundaries, world weariness, treachery and treason, and we get walking away. You know what I think might happen? One of them is going to double cross the other. I think it's Putin's going to double cross North Korea. That's what I think. In some way. And then we get America. So it's like two authoritarian pariah states have come together to unite and help each other against the West. I think ultimately, somehow, maybe Putin wants North Korean soldiers involved, but in some way he's going to double cross North Korea. Interesting. So, will it help Russia? I'm not sure it will make an overt difference. The Justice card and the Five of Pentacles. I think that Russia economically is not so strong. We know North Korea economically is not so strong. What they want is political power, geographic political power, and it's also something that they haven't got. So will it embolden North Korea, particularly if they supply these missiles? But that's not going to go to plan, because there's something very rudimentary about the missiles or any sort of armaments. Yeah, they're going to supply missiles for sure, that they might supply. The ones that could go from the sea in some way, longer range missiles. We get the devil in the past and the death in the sky. Yeah, well, that's the second time that's come up. The Ace of Pentacles in the immediate future, money in exchange for that weaponry. But I still get the double cross card here. and we get reliability. Someone's not going to hold up their end of the deal, and we get hopes and fears, treachery and lies. Would Kim Jong-un fall out of the window or something else? But it's not going to be a good deal at all. No, like there'll just be further sanctions on North Korea as well. So at the end of the day, if this isn't a road to peace, no, it's not. And I don't think it overtly helps either. And it's going to go south at some point. Okay, let's have a look at Musk disabling Ukrainian drones as they were in the middle of their attack or just before their drones hit the Russian Navy. I'm just going to ask why Musk did this. Why did Musk? Let's really give these a good shuffle and cut the deck. Why did Musk disable those drones? Why did Elon Musk, disable those drones? All right, so we get illusion and delusion. Somebody's not telling the absolute truth, and a crossroads. I don't know what business Musk has with Putin, but it looks like they gave him a decision to make. The Four of Pentacles, withholding money flow, insecurity, withholding information. It looks to me like they basically threatened him. The victory is in the past. His victor days are in the past, perhaps. He's in debt in some way. Now, I know we say on paper he's a very rich man, but giving and receiving help, he definitely helped Russia. And there's the two of Cups, a commitment, a deal and a commitment. The Nine of Pentacles, the luxurious lifestyle in the here and now, and we get the past. Something in the past, something in Musk's past has involved Putin. I don't know where or how, or even if it would be public knowledge, but there was some sort of debt called in, if I just want to put it like that. The Queen of Wands in the hopes and fears. The Queen of Wands, that's a fire energy, a woman. Let's have a look. And the outcome is secrets to be revealed. He is hiding for entertainment purposes only. He's hiding the reason why he did that, why he disabled those drones. And family, he could. I mean, I think this is to do with money, but that wouldn't be all of it. Something could have been a family connection as well, and loss and walking away. Putin called his favour in, or called his deal in, or called his money in, or called his leverage in some way, and Musk answered the call. We get the Ace of Cups, emotion, moving out of troubled waters, and strength. Yeah, so I don't think whatever leverage Putin has over Musk, I don't think Musk had much of a choice. Well, of course he always has a choice, but this was, with that High Priestess there, these are matters that remain hidden from us, but are likely to come out in the future, because what is that saying? The truth, like the sun, always rises, always shines. So we will learn one day why he did that. But to me, it looks like there was some sort of leverage Putin had over him. All right, let's change decks and let's get on to USA politics. Very, very sad. Of course, as the more the criminal defendant Trump is indicted, the more the House Republicans will go after Biden, and the MAGAs go after Biden and his son. Okay. Yeah. So that's really how everyone is feeling. The Republicans, because they keep being called out, and the truth keeps emerging as to what there's no evidence to hold an impeachment inquiry. They can't answer that question. What is the crime, high crimes and misdemeanors that Biden is supposedly guilty of? And we aren't ever hearing anything about Hunter Biden. There's no comparison between, Jared Kushner. There's no comparison between Jared Kushner and Hunter Biden. Two tax forgetting to lodge tax, being late with tax returns, and signing a gun declaration while he was under the influence of drugs, saying that he wasn't on drugs. I think normally that's like we call it community sentencing over here in Australia. It's when you don't do jail time, but you are found guilty, and you basically agree not to ever do that again. And anyway, we've got that compared to taking $2 billion from Saudi Arabia. Okay, let us have a look. Okay, so I've found that they don't have the evidence to impeach Biden in the past. Let's see if that's still the case. Will this inquiry lead, this impeachment inquiry that the Republicans are doing to gaslight and really out of revenge because their master is telling them to? Yeah, they have a commitment and to Trump. Okay, so this is again a marriage. So a marriage to him. Let's take a look. Will this impeachment inquiry lead to Joe Biden's impeachment? Will this impeachment inquiry lead to Joe Biden's impeachment? It's a sham for sure. It's an abuse of power. I don't make this up. And we get clandestine motives. The moon card is emotions. It's also like a lunacy, a type of madness. It's also the difference between civility and uncivil, wild, out of control behaviour. Look at the signifier cards. The High Priestess. We do not know what is behind the scenes here. The Emperor card is in the past. This is Trump. I've got Trump's fingerprints all over this. The Queen of Wands in the sky. She's coming up a lot. December. She can be associated with Sagittarius in December. And we get the Queen of Pentacles, national security and stability. And we get disloyalty, heartbreak, divorce, treachery and betrayal. The United States financial rating has been downgraded purely and simply because the Republicans can't govern in the House. Disappointment, and they're looking for a lifeline. And we get Ace of Pentacles. That's interesting. That's a yes card. But we also get the Nine of Wands, guardrails and boundaries, and the King of Wands, the legislators. Of course, it will never gain any Democratic votes. If indeed they did do this, it would lead to their ruin, the voters. It will lead, if they do, I'm going to get it clarified because it's just rank partisanship. If they do this, it will lead to a huge backlash. Trump is threatening them as well. I will not campaign for you. I will see you unelected. The threats. What comes after the voter, I wonder? Yeah. Manipulation, but also having to make a decision. And there's Trump there. This is purely for Trump's benefit. Okay, so will there be a voter backlash if they move to an impeachment? I feel absolutely yes, the truth will come out. Traitor, the traitor, treachery, and there's the voter card. They will see, the voters will see this as a, just as a, what's the word, not upholding their oath of office. Something coming to fruition in time. Oh my God, it's just going to be disastrous for them. And I also feel, let's put this in context. If they proceed with this, and all this evidence comes out at the Trump trials, there will be more charges for Trump, possibly on wire fraud, as I keep saying. But also I'm coming increasingly around, my intuition is increasingly coming to espionage of selling secrets. Maybe some evidence that he held talks about that. It's going to be disastrous for them if they proceed. Are they going to proceed at this stage? They're so desperate they'll try anything. I think that to me there's some guardrails and barriers toward moving forward with this impeachment the way it is. There'll be processes that they won't be able to meet. There will be things that they will do wrong that will show that it's invalid. Not taking the vote, whatever. It's invalid at the end of the day, and the more they pursue it, the more they will just, yeah. It's not what the American people want. Okay, so will it cost them at the ballot? Yes, it will. At this stage, it looks like they will, but there's also a guardrail that I'm seeing might stop them from proceeding to the full impeachment. Okay. Is that because McCarthy maybe loses his speakership? I've said, remember, my divining rods said he would some time ago. Reliability and prosecution. So we've got somehow, I mean, the DOJ doesn't get involved in impeachment, but I keep seeing the special counsel there. Okay, so talk about a tipping point. Talk about the worst, the worst it can get before it gets any better with Trump. All right, so can they satisfy the criteria? Can they satisfy the criteria for impeachment? Maybe that's what I'm seeing. Can they satisfy that criteria for impeachment? The Hermit, isolation, multiple headlines coming at them, the Lovers, Trump, the Ace of Pentacles is in the past, money, something comes out here, something comes out regarding money, dark money, and they're going to have to defend themselves. Like, that's a no. Something comes out before they proceed to the full impeachment, and it's got something to do with clandestine payments or clandestine threats or something like that. All right. Are any Republicans going to find their spine? Are any Republicans going to find their spine and push back on this impeachment? Yes. Okay, so that's that Ace of Pentacles again, the Lovers card, and the Hermit, isolation. So that's showing, those in swing districts don't want this at all. They understand that it's a losing proposition. There's something huge coming down the line, which is going to render all of this moot. It has to do with Trump. And we get Russia on the bottom of the pack. Movement and an inevitability and loss here. Connections with Russia. Trump's connections with Russia still are not done yet. We are yet to find out something very important. All right. What is it that Jack Smith has up his sleeve? What is it that Jack Smith has up his sleeve? What is this big thing to do with money, Russia? What is this that's coming down the line that has to do with Trump that will eclipse everything else? Temperance and moderation, healing, and juggling. Very much the tipping point here. What is, the Empress card. It's money. It's to do with money, possibly to do with foreign powers, but it's to do with how he made his money, or could be the wire fraud. I think it's more than that. This is really heavy stuff here, and we get an inevitability. So, think about what you know about Trump that hasn't come to the surface yet. Well, it's coming to the surface. He will have his back to the wall, and we do get this loss. So this eclipses this impeachment inquiry. To the base of the pack, emotions, the truth moving forward, the world card, something he did while he was president. Okay, or even after. Okay, so, all right, something huge is coming down the line from Jack Smith. Let's watch for it. Has to do with money, has to do with foreign power. Okay, so let's have a look at Hunter Biden. Well, Hunter Biden, I'm just going to say, he's not going to be convicted on this gun application thing, that he did not say that he was using drugs when he applied for a gun license. This would affect half the gun owners in America who are on opioids, painkillers for one reason or another, and become addicted to them. Are we going to hold everyone to that standard? Okay, so, or is it just the president's son that they're going after? All right, let's take a look. Will Hunter Biden do... He's not going to do jail time, so will he get out? Will he be able to extract himself from all of this? Will Hunter Biden, in the long run, be okay? So we get the reliability card, the Knight of Pentacles. We also get the Three of Peace. Got good defense lawyers. We also get the High Priestess. So what is that? What is that? The Queen of Pentacles, financial. They're probably going to accuse him of, selling America's secrets or something. That would be the next thing. The Wheel of Fortune in the sky. I'll do a clarification on that High Priestess. That's a good card. In the immediate future, he faces the Tower. Ten of Pentacles, that's his name. That's his name. That's the legacy, inheritance that he has. The environment is illusion and delusion. We get paranoid, restriction, and then we get Magician, manifestation, new starts, and we get loss and grief, and we get the Two of Cups. So ultimately, I don't know. It screams. I'm going to draw a clarification on that. It screams like they're going after him. It's a manipulative process. It is smokescreen, illusion, and delusion. I think the next thing they're going to say is that somehow he's sold. That'll be the next thing, because it'll be trying to throw them off Trump's trail. Show me what this High Priestess here is, the foundation of the reading. This is use your intuition. This is secrets to be revealed, something coming to the surface. What's this High Priestess here? The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Three of Pentacles, good representation, and Queen of Cups. Something could come out, but we also get new starts for him. He's going to be okay. Ultimately, he's going to be okay, but right now he's facing a Tower moment. That's loss, because of his family. Yeah. Okay, so he'll be ultimately okay, but as I said, right now, I think they're going to accuse him of selling secrets. That's where I think they're going to go with this next. And it doesn't have to be true. They just need to throw the mud right now. Why would they do that now? Because I think that might be what's coming down the pike with Trump. Okay, well, I'll leave it there. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Bye for now.